It's Bay Lifestyle. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday. Now, if you're in small business, you would have been wrapped when the budget came out. And we were sort of told about this magical $20,000 that we could access, or somehow it sort of felt like it was going to pop its little way into my bank. But apparently that's not the case. And to explain it all is Krys Canny-Smith, who's a director at SJ Canny Accountants. Krys, I'm not going to get a little magical $20,000?
No, unfortunately not, Roxie.
Oh, well, what's going to happen? How does the $20,000 work?
So there are a lot of people asking about this, and the first thing they do ask is, do I get it back? So you don't get it back. You just get to claim it in the business's tax return,
Right.
which means you'll pay less tax. And the second one that I get asked a bit is, do you have to be in business? And yes, you do. And you have to be turning over less than $2 million. So if you're an employee, a tradesperson, and you're thinking of getting a new ute, you can't claim it like business people can.
Okay, so for example, I've got my staff and I think, well, I want to get one of them a laptop. I could go and buy the laptop and claim that, but it just means that will be deducted off my taxable income.
That's right. So you'll pay less tax at the end of the year.
Right.
Yes, and each asset has to be less than $20,000. So you might think, if say you're replacing your car and you're trading it in, and you're only out of pocket $18,000, but the car's actually $35,000, you're just getting $17,000 trade in, then you're not eligible for this.
Right. So you've actually, so there are some, well, not loopholes, but there are some very specific guidelines as to what it means.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So can I get, and this is one of the things that I've been a bit confused about. Say I get something that's like, I get the laptop and it's $2,000. Then I get, let's see, what else could I get? I might get a new photocopier and it might be $15,000. It's a very good one. It might be $15,000. And then I get something else that's worth $5,000. So I've gone over $20,000, but they're all been different. Is that okay?
That's fine. So you could get 20 photocopiers that are $15,000 each, as long as each item's less than $20,000.
Okay.
But one thing just to bear in mind is, don't spend for spending's sake. It's different if you need a photocopier, you're going to get one anyway. Great, get it before the 30th of June. But if you've got a good one, don't just spend because you think you're getting a great deduction.
I think the government would like us to do a bit of spending, though, because it's about generating a bit of activity, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree. But at the same time, every business person will know there's bills to pay at the end of the week. And tax planning is really fantastic, but you do have to have some money to do it.
Yes. I did actually say that to somebody who's also in small business. I said, this would be great. Can they just give me the $20,000 so I can spend $20,000?
Yes.
Have some money to spend so this can happen. So it's a little bit more complex than you might think.
There is. And the last thing that I just want people to know is that it excludes capital works. So if you own a business and you think, well, I'll redo the kitchen because the staff kitchen's a bit of a mess, and that costs $15,000. That's called capital works, and it's not going to be under the $20,000 limit.
Right. So it's an object or a thing or a piece of equipment.
Yes, it has to be an actual single asset, not a part of a larger building.
Is there a minimum of how much it should be? Like, can it be your pencils that you've got, or do you know, consumables?
Yes, you're right. But, well, if they were under $1,000, they were already covered.
You've already got them covered?
Yes, that's right. Mm.
All right. That's a very expensive pencil. It was actually called a Mont Blanc. But,
Yes.
Well, I think that's made some sense of it. If you want to know some more, it's as simple as getting in touch with the gang at SJ Canny Accountants. Go to the website sjcanny.com.au and you'll find all the details and how to get in touch with you guys there. And I actually drove past your office the other day.
Oh, terrific.
It's sort of a little bit out of the way, but good parking.
Yes, that is great.
Yes, don't have to pay for parking there. So drop in and see the gang and they will look after you. Krys, thank you so much for explaining it. It is a lot clearer for me now, but I still am aware that I don't have the $20,000 to spend. So, yeah, it's kind of lost on me as well.
All right. Thanks, Roxie.